Welcome to the Demented Collective, and today we are talking about one of my favorite franchises of all time.
Silent Hill
Silent Hill.
from 2006. The first Silent Hill movie.
Yes, based.
Supposedly
loosely.
the good one, right?
I mean, it's not.
You like it, right?
Oh, it was fantastic.
Okay, so in '06, I liked it.
Okay.
I watched it a couple hours ago. We're going to get into that, because I have some issues with this movie.
Oh, well,
Okay.
you're not as
but
much of a fan as I am.
I didn't realize it was going to be 2 hours and 5 minutes long.
Yeah, I forgot it was that long.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt long.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of story there.
Let me give you an alternate title for this movie that it should have been called.
What?
Sharon!
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 No, I think Ozzy Osbourne has the legal rights to shouting Sharon repeatedly.
Was he doing it before this movie?
Yeah, remember those old WoW commercials where where they had celebrities come on, and then
Kinda.
yeah, those old like
Oh, that wasn't in it.
Night Elf Mohawk.
That was in like 2010.
You know,
I do remember that. That was in like 2010
it
though.
was 2010.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Because literally Ozzy in.
But I know he had that TV show.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, yeah, because all they do is yell for Sharon. All Rose does in this movie is yell for Sharon.
Well, it's
Yeah.
because it's her baby.
No, it's not. She's adopted.
Okay, let me steal shrimp from you.
All right.
Shrimp, I got news for you. Your daddy doesn't love you as much as Rose loves Sharon. Oh, she's looking at the ground like, hello, darkness, my old friend.
Oh, I know, right? Synopsis.
Oh,
Rosa da Silva takes her adopted daughter, Sharon.
Rose de Silva, not Rosa.
Oh, Rose da Silva takes her adopted daughter, Sharon, to the town of Silent Hill in an attempt to cure her of her ailment. After a violent car crash, Sharon disappears, and Rose begins a horrific journey to get her back.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Director Christophe Gans.
Hell yeah.
And the only thing that I had heard that he'd done, like directing wise, he's only done like 6 movies.
Yeah.
Since the 80s. Necronomicon Book of the Dead is the only one I'd heard of.
Huh. I don't think I've.
And it's not associated with Evil Dead.
Okay, well, yeah.
So,
But, huh. I mean, I don't know. I just know, like, I'm a fan of him as a director. I'm a fan, like, for this film. I'm a fan of
for
him.
this film.
Like, it made me a fan, and then, I guess, from my understanding, the only reason why he didn't do the sequel, which was actually done by his partner, Roger Avery. So.
Who was the writer for this movie?
Yeah, that's who. Is because I guess if I remember right, he shortly after this he got into a little bit of trouble and spent some time in jail when they were at the time that they wanted the sequel.
Oh.
So he,
What did he do?
I think it was something to do with like, was it assault?
Oh, I don't know. I
Oh.
didn't look it up.
I can't remember, but I know it was.
But he's in Hollywood, so I assume it's something scandalous.
But this happened. He was in Canada. It wasn't.
He's in the industry.
Yeah,
That's what I'm getting at.
It wasn't the kind of things that is
Okay,
Like it
good.
wasn't Diddy shit.
Good. That's good. Okay.
I guess that's how we can refer to it.
Yeah.
It's no Diddy.
He wasn't diddling. All right.
Yeah,
That's good.
He's no Diddy.
That's
he
good.
wasn't Diddy. He wasn't Spacey. He wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Speaking of Roger Avery, though, Roger Avery has a writing list. Pulp
Yeah.
Fiction.
Hell yeah.
And Reservoir Dogs. So it
Hell
sounds like
yeah.
he worked with Tarantino.
Yeah,
Because I know
yeah.
Tarantino's a writer on those.
Yeah. So
He must have at least done story or something like that with him.
at least helped maybe like a buddy help proofread and pitch like
Something
softball
like that.
ideas
Enough
back
that
and
it gave
forth.
him a writing credit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he must have. Oh yeah.
It stars, how do you pronounce her name? Rada?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's Rada.
Rada Mitchell as Rose da Silva. She was in Pitch Black, Man on Fire with Denzel, and Rogue.
Yep.
And it's not the Rogue. I was thinking of there's a Rogue with Megan Fox that came out in like 18 or something like that.
Yeah. No, this is.
Takes place in Australia. This was like 2012.
Yeah.
Laurie Holden as Sybil Bennett. I have an issue with her. We'll get to her. Laurie Holden as Sybil Bennett. She was in The Mist.
Yep.
And then tons of TV. She's currently in The Boys as Crimson. What is it? Crimson something.
Yeah, I can't remember.
She was in Walking Dead, The Americans. She has a heck of a TV career. And that makes sense to me because I put her acting on par with TV.
Yeah, she's done some. Well, what they did with Sybil in this show, they took a few liberties with some of the.
No, I'm just
video game
talking about
characters.
straight acting ability
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. Yeah, not you know all that stuff. He's the Silent Hill freak. I don't know anything about Silent Hill.
Yeah. Okay.
I went into it watching it again because I hadn't seen since 06. I haven't played the game since,
Mine
geez,
Republican
03 or
talks.
4. It's been 20 years since I've done anything with Silent Hill.
Well, it's been a while since they've done anything with Silent Hill. Thank God they're finally making more content now.
Right, yeah.
They released the free-to-play story.
They have a new game coming out or something, right?
Yeah, they have a few
A
games.
remaster.
They have Silent Hill 2, the remake, coming out,
Okay.
done by Bloober Team. I know a lot of people are on the fence about that. What's your guys' opinion on that? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, tell your friends and family and all that jazz.
If you could, that'd be great.
Jazz. They have 2 new games coming out. Plus, they recently also had Silent Hill: The Short Message, which was their free-to-play game
Okay.
that took place in Germany, actually. And they have another one called Silent Hill F coming out, which takes place in Japan.
Okay.
So Silent Hill: The Transmission or something like that is also going to be coming out, and then, like I said, Silent Hill 2, the remake, which it's interesting because a lot of it was taking place around, obviously, these towns are related to the town of Silent Hill.
Isn't there a movie coming?
Oh, yes, and Christophe Gans is returning.
He's directing the other one?
For the newest one for Return to Silent Hill, which I'm a fan of because, one, I mean, it's nothing against Roger Avery, who did the sequel, but he's
a writer.
I mean, he did great with this one. He's a huge fan of the series. Plus, he chose to have use as much practical effects as he possibly could. I mean, obviously, with a game adaptation like Silent Hill, you are going to have to use CGI as well. But I mean, there was a guy that of all the creatures.
We'll get into the CGI. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I also have some fun facts about this as well.
All right.
But yeah.
And let me hit the last star of this. Sean Bean.
Sean freaking Bean. I love this guy. He is awesome. He is a gentleman. Did you hear about what happened?
He lived.
Yeah. In
this movie.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't live very often in what he does.
I know, right? But did you hear about that incident at a bar?
No.
Sean Bean? Oh, no. So this guy, I guess, was talking to, like, his date and was being kind of rude and disrespectful. So he ends up sticking up for his date and his lady, his girlfriend. Don't know the relationship, but he sticks up for her.
Okay.
And he ends up getting stabbed. Still takes the guy down. Has the bartender call an ambulance or whatever for the guy. And then instead of going on the ambulance, is like, hey, you got a first aid kit? I'd like to sit here and keep drinking.
I like Sean Bean.
Right?
I like him even more.
I do.
That's awesome.
My hat to you, Sean Bean.
That's great.
And the bartender's like, yeah, he's a regular here. He's always super nice. Like, he's one of those actors. You know what? I don't hear anything bad about him.
That's true. Yeah.
Sean Bean is.
I mean, it's just
awesome.
There's a meme about him dying in everything he does.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Does he die in Black Death?
Black Death.
Okay, it's been a while. Game of Thrones.
I don't.
He does.
Game of Thrones.
He dies.
Yeah. Those were like
Pretty sure. Yeah, first season he dies. Yeah.
Some of the other ones, but Sean Bean. I mean, no, he.
Does he die in Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, he does.
He's Boromir or something.
Yeah,
like that,
Boromir.
Right? Boromir.
Remember, he ends up being a jerk, but
He's
then he
in a couple
redeems
of them.
himself by staying behind and sacrificing himself to take on the orcs so the
that's
others
right.
can escape.
Got it. Okay.
Sean Bean.
Again, it's been 20 years since I've seen
Right.
those.
I think I just have a really weird good memory with
I guess.
movies.
Yeah. I saw him in theaters. But,
It's
yeah.
terrible.
All right, let's dive into this movie though. This is a 2-hour movie. We're gonna try to whip through this because he's the one who likes this movie. He's excited. I'm not. So
Pyramid Head.
I'm gonna be pushing him to
Pyramid
get through
Head
this
too.
thing.
Yeah. All right. So starting out the opening notes of this song, very classic. Like, that's another thing I like about this film. They took a lot of the songs from
Every
the
song
games.
is except for Johnny Cash's
Ring
Ring
of
of Fire.
Good
Every song
choice.
is from
the video
the
games.
video games.
And the video games have, honestly, some amazing music. I can't remember the name of the director.
It fit. It didn't. I did not think, oh, this doesn't belong in this.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think that.
No.
So it fit. The music fits. I
Yeah.
give the music a thumbs up.
Oh, hell, and the guy that did the soundtrack for, I believe, practically every single Silent Hill is returning for the games. Or at least he helped remaster the score for Silent Hill 2, which, again, like, dude, I was such a huge fan. I rented Silent Hill 3 from, like, a Blockbuster back in the day, and it came with a soundtrack to it that had, like, 20-plus songs. I ripped the soundtrack onto my computer immediately. I was like, I'm going to put that in. It's going to take a while. Man. Let's play the game and enjoy. But, yeah.
So they're looking for Sharon.
Yeah, again, opens up. Sharon!
They're already looking for Sharon. It's the first scene.
You should insert a clip of Ozzy just screaming Sharon. Sharon!
Rose is looking pretty good in this scene. Yeah. With that crop top and the short shorts.
Dude, this is when I found out I kind of have a thing for knees. Because Rada.
Now they all know. So, okay.
No, it was weird because I'm sitting here watching. It's like...
I didn't even consider knees.
Me neither, but she got some decent knees. I'm like, that's weird. I didn't know that was a thing.
You psycho.
I know. How do you think I feel? I'm sitting here watching. I'm like, she shows a lot of knees. She got some nice knees. Why do I like this? This isn't normal.
Why do you
I need
keep talking
therapy.
about it?
Right? If anyone has the number for a great therapist, please.
Yeah.
Go on.
So Rose finds Sharon on a cliff.
Fun fact about this game, about the movie, by the way, the original character's name was Cheryl, not Sharon. And it was Mason, not Da Silva.
Huh.
And Rose, the mother, was not
now,
in.
I wonder if they changed it to Da Silva. I wonder if that was a Christophe Gans thing. Because I think he's French. Some of the movies that he's done are French.
I believe he's French-Canadian.
Okay, that might be it. Okay.
But because this film actually takes place in Canada.
Well, yeah, they filmed it in Canada.
But that could be also because filming's typically cheaper in Canada anyways.
Yeah, they give them those tax breaks.
Yeah, well, Supernatural takes place, or is filmed in Canada.
Oh, tons
of
yeah. Geez, the Sci-Fi Network is filmed in Canada, I mean.
But,
okay, so Sharon saves her from falling off.
Yep.
Tackles her, and Sharon yells, Silent Hill.
Silent Hill!
Yeah.
Silent Hill!
So,
and I'm like, yeah, Silent Hill. Take me.
They're under
to Silent Hill.
We cut to them being under a tree, and they're being like, oh, she's, motherly, and that sort of thing. Okay, what's weird to me here, Sharon is 10 at the time of filming this.
Yeah.
But they have her acting like she's 5 or 6. The way she talks.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird.
The reason why...
There's a reason, okay?
Spoiler on all this, by the way. So, do you want me to explain all this towards the end? Because I could go on a huge tangent.
Of why she's 10 years old acting like she's younger?
There is a lot of... Because this is this is the beautiful thing about Silent Hill, why I love the games, the movies, all that, is because it's an exercise in psychology. Everything is almost a metaphor for something else, like the creatures and all that. So Sharon...
Jeez, it's one of these.
Yeah,
all right.
That's why I'm such a hardcore fan. I mean, you're talking to the guy who's like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to profile the criminals.
Yeah?
Dude, you're 5. What's wrong with you? Anyways. But, so Sharon is actually the... reincarnated, or she's the pure side left over from Alyssa Gillespie after that horrible thing that happened to her.
Right.
So all of her twisted anger and hatred manifests. So, but to save that little bit of like goodness that was
she's
left
regressed to that age, or staying in that age.
Yeah, she is innocence personified, and what's more innocent than a child? Okay. Allegedly.
Right.
I mean, there are some evil bastards of children, but like
remember the good old days in the internet where everything, it was the Wild West? You see people killing people and stuff?
Yeah.
What was that one? The Russian one?
Man versus Hammer?
No. Oh, shit.
Oh, no. Maybe we shouldn't be bringing up some names.
The drill one.
Yeah. Never.
Those were the days when you could do whatever you wanted.
Exactly. But yeah, that's pretty much it. She is innocence personified.
One man, one jar.
Oh, my God.
That traumatized
Please
me.
do not Google any of these video names.
Ooh, that was traumatizing.
We at the Demented Collective do not condone, endorse, or recommend.
I don't care. I don't care what you do. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not endorsing. I just
I
don't
guess
care.
that means I'm HR. I'm head of HR now. We
Okay.
at the Demented Collective do not endorse, condone, or recommend the searching of, watching, or even these videos in general. Viewer discretion is advised.
So Rose is taking.
I'd like to apologize
Sharon-
for my partner.
Whatever, do what you want. Rose is taking Sharon to Silent Hill
Yep.
for some reason.
Because she keeps screaming Silent Hill. Because
When I was 10, I was screaming Orlando. I mean, I want to go to Disney World.
But because she was doing it while she was sleepwalking. She was asleep when she was screaming that.
So?
Were you screaming Orlando in your sleep?
I don't know. They didn't
I mean,
tell me
if
that.
you were, maybe you were talking Orlando Bloom. Are you a fan of
In the
Will
80s?
Turner?
No, this would have been in the early 90s. I don't think Orlando Bloom was around at the time.
Oh,
Yeah,
I can't think of another famous Orlando.
right. Actually, I can't either. But I mean, like if I was a parent, okay, they're saying Silent Hill, we're going to take him to a therapist.
Oh yeah, and well, they did mention that the therapy hasn't been working and all that stuff. Like it's getting
Maybe it's time to
worse.
lock him up. I don't know. Figure something else. You're not going to take them to Silent Hill. Why would you take them there?
Because it's a desperate mother.
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
The mother is
Fine.
desperate for.
I'm not going to
help her
argue
child.
about it. Maybe I will argue about it. You know what? I wouldn't do that at all.
Well,
Desperate? No.
she was desperate,
I mean, if you have
and it was
hoping,
in
I'm
the
assuming-
relationship on the rocks.
they have a kick-ass house, so I'm assuming they have health insurance.
Oh, they have.
Get
they
a
clearly
good
have-
therapist. Maybe the therapist sucks. I'm just saying.
It's funny because we are in the mental health field, so. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of stuff, but the problem at the end of the day was no amount of therapy was going to help the case. I mean, they clearly didn't know
Speaking
that.
of, you missed out on Thursday. I'll fill you in afterwards.
Oh, okay. No amount of therapy is going to help this case. Clearly, they didn't know that because this is a supernatural.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it is a supernatural thing. I got to look past that.
Haven't you ever heard of Mother's Intuition?
I'm being really. It's like me and Exorcist. That's
Okay.
that's kind of where my mentality went on this
I
movie.
will die on the Silent Hill.
But it didn't
hill.
start that way.
Yeah.
It did. It started when she started talking like a 5-year-old. And I'm like,
Yeah.
this girl is not.
Well,
shouldn't
yeah,
be talking.
and
like this.
again, it's because
I
she
know.
is
You're explaining it now.
Oh yeah. See, like
So
I should get a PhD in silent hillology.
You should.
Llama.
So they're on their way. Rose walks right by a cop, and the cop's walking towards her car. There's no other cars over there.
Yeah.
Rose doesn't. Whatever. Cops walk into my car.
Yeah.
I'll put the screenshot. They walk right by each other. No one else in the area.
Yeah. Well,
I would be concerned. Oh, why are you going over to my car? My daughter's over there.
I mean that's fair, but maybe because again, it's like, oh, it's a police officer. Like, what's a police
That's-
officer gonna do?
Shoot her.
We at the Demented Collective do not believe all. We should just do a video of me.
What's in your hand?
Apologizing.
It's
just
a
do
juice cup.
one long
Open fire.
list, wear a suit and everything, like press conference setup. We at the Demented Collective do
No.
not condone the following.
No. I don't care.
I'd like to apologize for my partners
Doesn't matter.
on these instances.
Nope. Doesn't matter. Okay.
Telling
So that's
children
another
that-
gripe there. Because hers is the only car there.
Yeah. Okay.
That was my gripe. And they take off.
It's not a perfect film,
No, it's not.
but no film is perfect except for Psycho, according to me.
That's true. Psycho is up there.
Yeah.
I think I did a 9.4. It's a good one. They run from the cop. Like she's trying to pull her over.
Oh yeah, well, because then then the mom pulls over and then sees Silent Hill and then she just books it and then you get a little backstory later on why Sybil is the way she is.
But I see that. Okay. Oh, look, a Silent Hill sign. Cool. I'll be there after this lady writes me a ticket.
Well, especially since I'm pretty sure it was reported that the child was
What's
like
the rush?
kidnapped or. Mom is crazy. I didn't say she wasn't crazy.
They don't tell us that she's crazy though. We have no reason to believe that she's crazy.
Yeah, no, she was literally just acting, trying to do the best she could, what she thought was best for the child. Unfortunately, she is okay. They don't open it, but mom went a little crazy.
I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of hate.
From me. Anyways,
Okay.
but yeah, so they go, and then shit happens. They crash. Well, I think part of it was they had to do something, or they wanted to do something to pay tribute to the Silent Hill opening because of the first game. Because if you know, because the reason why Harry crashes in the game is because he almost hits Alessa,
Okay.
or the ghost of Alessa.
Right, and that's what she does.
Yeah, and she almost hits the ghost of
Right.
Alessa.
Crashes, wakes up, Sharon's gone.
Sharon, guided only
And
by
now
the drawings.
now we got 5 minutes of her yelling for Sharon in
Yeah.
Silent Hill.
And the drawings, again, is also a homage to the original Silent Hill game. Fun fact, by the way, the movie takes place in West Virginia. The games, Silent Hill, is located in Maine.
Interesting.
Yep.
That's cool. I like Maine.
Yeah.
She's looking for Sharon, yelling out Sharon, and then the air raid siren goes off. Okay, I remember this. It's
Yes.
hard not to. When you hear that siren, you're like, oh, I gotta hide. I gotta get out of here.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Playing the game? Yeah.
Iconic.
Absolutely.
I love this way that they...
It's very nostalgic.
Oh, yeah. Dude, like, this is the siren. When the radio starts cackling, like... Because, yeah, that was your only cue on when enemies were near in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, fun fact! Another fun fact. So the fog that was of Silent Hill, the fog that is like a key feature.
That
in it.
kind of over-present whiteness of the film, yeah.
Yeah, that's just always on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
That was due to graphical limitations at the time of the release of Silent Hill 1. They couldn't produce. And I mean, even for a PS1 game, that town was massive. So because of graphical limitations, they put that fog there to help procedurally generate things, and it became an iconic mainstay ever since.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah,
I like it.
Fantastic. And I mean, it's iconic. You know, you see that fog. I mean, that's probably the weird reason why I love driving around in fog.
Oh, okay.
This game did it
Not
to
the
me.
mist.
No, I don't want to shoot
kidding.
my passengers.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah.
We at the Demented Collective do not condone the shooting of
I don't care.
passengers. Yeah, shoot, David. Yeah, shoot your passengers.
I don't know you. I got nothing to do with this. So the air raid siren goes off, and she finds the body on the fence. Tell me about the body on the fence.
So the scene where she, like, it starts going. I love the effects that they use for the transitioning.
I liked that he was still alive. His eyes moved when they cut to him.
So when she
That was
goes
cool.
down that walkway and like that steep stairway and goes through everything, that is literally taken from the first game as well. Harry, no joke, goes down. Even the lighter flick going all the way up to the fence to that body. The only thing that the only real changes was one, it was a dude, not a female. Two, the gray child when it appears. There was only one, I believe, in the game, and not and
Yeah, there was a
horde.
buttload coming out. It was like a horde of them coming after her.
Yeah, but I mean, they had to do, or I don't know.
And that happens right after she sees the guy on the fence.
Yeah.
Is the little demon kids, and they almost get her, and then the time change it ends. The time thing ends, and they
The
dissolve away.
transition ends
Yeah.
to the.
And then some lady talks to Rose. Is that the witch?
Oh, that's Dahlia Gillespie. That's the
I'm sure
biological
she has a
mother
name,
of.
but I know her as a witch because
Oh, that's what they keep calling.
they keep calling her witch.
No, yeah, that's Dahlia Gillespie. That is the biological mother of Alessa Gillespie. In the movie, they made her more of a tragic figure. In the game, she's a bitch.
In the game, she's a bitch.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
she willingly sacrificed Alessa to turn or to summon their demon god or whatever to their cult order. Whereas
Oh, okay.
in this one, so there's some subtle changes and differences, but yeah, Dahlia Gillespie is in the game. She's a bitch,
Oh,
and whereby
okay.
in this one she's a tragic figure who's paying for her mistakes.
Interesting.
Yeah, whose mind is broken because of the mistakes she made.
Dahlia Gillespie was played by Deborah Kara Unger.
Unga.
So if anyone was interested in that or whatever.
Yeah.
So they talk. Sean Bean he's looking for his wife. He's
Yeah.
cops or we found an empty Jeep or whatever car it was. This is the guy's husband.
Yeah. And ends up working hand in hand with Officer Gucci.
Yeah, that's right. And then we go back to Rose, and the cop, the female cop, arrests Rose and puts handcuffs on her.
Yep.
Okay. So I missed when the handcuffs got taken off.
Oh.
Because she runs because a monster is coming towards Rose and the cop.
Yeah.
And it spews on the cop, like melting acidy on the helmet and jacket.
The nickname for that monster at the cast and crew was the Trojan Man, I believe. Or because he was literally wearing like a giant spandex suit.
Oh, okay.
And the breathing tube was like out, like on his mouth, and then actually came out and around and through the back.
Huh.
Yeah.
Gross. All right.
But
no, that's funny. I like that. That's good.
In the games, I believe its actual name is Straight Jacket, because it's wearing a skin suit of Straight Jacket, and it does spew acid.
Yeah, I know that the nurses have a name.
Bobble-headed nurses.
What is it?
Bubble-headed nurses or nurses.
Oh, I don't think that's what it is. Uh-oh. Mr. Fan over here.
No, I'm pretty sure it's just nurses or bubble-headed nurses.
But my issue...
Or breastises.
I did not see her... It happens later. I didn't see her handcuffs get removed. She just suddenly has her hands free.
She does. She manages to get them off when... A little later... Yeah, nurse. See? It's also bubble-headed nurses. Actually, the bubble-headed nurses, I think, were a slightly different enemy.
Okay, well, whatever.
But
if anyone knows if they have a specific name, let us know. Because I think he's wrong. I don't think it's bubble-headed nurses. I saw it when I was doing research, and I saw something come up.
Well, there have been different types of nurses throughout the series. The nurse is a common trope.
Okay.
In Silent Hill
Covering
1,
all your bases. I got you.
The nurse in Silent Hill 1 does not look like these nurses. These nurses are more akin to the nurses in Silent Hill 2.
Right.
The nurses in Silent Hill 1 had the little like parasites on their back, and there was also doctors that were like that.
They wanted to sexy them up.
Boom! Well, there's a reason.
I call them sexy nurses in my notes.
See, there's actually a reason behind why they looked the way they did in Silent Hill 2, which Return to Silent Hill is actually supposed to be based more off of Silent Hill 2, so maybe we'll see those nurses back, and they might take on that same meaning as to what they did in Silent Hill 2.
Okay.
You can't pull one over on me. I did my research.
Let me. I'm going to move real quick right here.
Okay.
Rose runs to the school. She sees a kid. She finds a body in a toilet stall, pulls something out of the body's mouth.
The janitor was actually an original monster for the movie, by the way.
Okay.
And was played by the special effects.
Pyramid Head.
Yeah, that also played Pyramid Head.
Yeah. Special effects.
The guy who did the practical special effects for everyone, the head of the department.
Did he? I thought he was the dancer guy. Like he was the lead dancer.
Yeah, he was the head choreographer.
There
That's
you go.
who it was.
Yeah.
Which I got a fun fact about Pyramid Head here soon.
Okay, so something's trying to get through the door of the bathroom. Now, what'd she pull out of the body's mouth? Do you remember?
It was a part of a thing for a hotel.
That's right. Yes, you're right. Air raid siren goes off.
And then the miners run.
Now, I'll give the CGI something here. The peel away.
Yes, that
peel away was cool. I like it.
And they incorporated it in later games of Silent Hill, because beforehand, when the shift occurred, it was the character would like black out.
Yeah.
So you didn't actually see how it transformed. So actually seeing it was I loved it. It was cool. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And it's so good that they started incorporating it in the later games.
The peel looks good.
Yeah.
And then we get our first glimpse of Pyramid Head.
Oh, so fun fact, the guy that played him, that thing that he wore around his waist, like the little, it was open in the back, and he wasn't wearing pants.
Awesome.
So he walked around with his butt painted to look like the rest of Pyramid Head and hanging out.
Oh, that's fantastic. He was also wearing 15-inch shoes.
Like demon stompers?
Yeah. They're like that to appear to be 7 foot tall. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, I could only imagine being behind the scenes just being like, love gun!
That's right. And he also couldn't see out of his helmet.
Probably.
He could only look down and see what's down below by his feet.
Oh. That's got to be intimidating. But the effects for Pyramid Head on this were...
They didn't linger on him. I like that. That's good. They didn't need to. I want quick glimpses of him because I got a feeling if they would have lingered, it probably wouldn't have been that great.
Oh, I mean, it was all for Pyramid Head. For the most part, was all practical.
Okay, good.
Like because of yeah. I mean, the some of the things that they had to CGI on, obviously. So, like the Gray Child, they had to CGI the face up a little bit more.
I didn't like the CGI on the Gray Child.
Yeah,
Didn't like it.
and
I thought it doesn't age well. And my benchmark is Jurassic Park.
Which is fair.
And 93 Jurassic Park. This is 06. And it doesn't add up, so I don't like it.
And the Gray Child, it was an actual person. Fun fact, Rhoda Mitchell actually talked to and never saw the face of the little Asian lady that was portrayed the Gray Child.
Oh, interesting.
They always communicated with her in makeup. And yeah, that was probably the one downside. They over CGI'd the Gray Child and then had to copy and paste for multiple things.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you notice, like,
I'm not done with the CGI.
Well, I'm saying if you notice, like the Trojan Man, the CGI was that they used on that one was definitely much better because they only had to focus on the one guy.
Yeah,
and they only had to make a couple tweaks and edits. The acid they spewed out.
Right.
They actually rigged a contraption for it to spew something out of its chest.
Good. Yeah, that was fine.
Yeah, and then Pyramid Head, but then of course the bugs. I'm pretty sure that's where you're going with it.
Right.
Yeah, you can't.
Sword through the door. Bugs almost get Rose, but the cop comes out of nowhere and drags her through a door. Closes the door.
And that's when she takes her handcuffs off.
But yet. Oh, is that where it is?
Yeah, that's
I just didn't see it.
Sybil takes off her handcuffs.
Okay. And then sword through the door.
Yeah.
Pyramid is trying to get them. And bugs start crawling. And yes, the bug CGI.
Yeah.
I can't get behind it.
I don't necessarily blame you on, especially with a movie that had such great practical effects.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. To do that practically would be a pain in the butt.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure they spent quite a fair... Well, that and the other thing, too, I don't think their budget that they probably got was nearly as big because, let's be honest, at this point in time when video game adaptations of movies were still not doing very well.
Yeah, that's true. There was a lot of duds in the early 2000s, mid-2000s.
Yeah, I mean, Uva.
There still are. Postal. Be sure to check out our Postal review.
Yeah.
Postal's amazing.
Oh, Postal is
by Uwe Boll.
Uva's best film.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, there's some, and plus, unfortunately, probably going to get some flack from this, but the Resident Evil films with...
First one was fine.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to go out of my way to watch it,
The
but...
CGI on that one, though?
It was fine.
Have you ever seen that one recently? The CGI on that one?
Recently? Oh, I'm sure it's bad.
Oh, it's...
I remember it from at the time.
Yeah, this one, the CGI on Silent Hill is much better than the CGI on...
I have them all somewhere in the stack right here.
Same here. I mean, I'm a fan of the Resident Evil series. I watch the films regularly because I enjoy the films as their own thing. But as a fan, if I'm going to compare them to the games, those films were garbage.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
If you compare them to the games.
Yeah.
But by themselves. So it's a good film
But they
series.
made money, so they kept making them.
Yeah.
Right there.
Moving on.
Time ends, the stuff disappears.
Yeah.
So they're safe.
But what the hell was that?
Let's take a quick break.
Take a break, and then we shall return.
Sounds good. So, time ends. They go to the hotel.
Yep.
They find Anna.
Anna, also an original character.
In this movie? It's not in the game?
Not in the game.
Okay. And... that's all I have for that part.
Find Anna. They go through. Rose finds a draw. He wants me to pick it up. Anyhow.
This is your thing, man.
They find a drawing in one of the hotel room slots. They go in, so they go to that hotel.
Okay.
They find, or that room. They find out it's not there, but then a painting's covering it up. They go through the painting. They go through, which this scene is more reminiscent, I believe, of Silent Hill 2.
Okay.
It's been a while since I played the games. Don't judge me. You know what? I'm going to have to go through and just play all the games through once more. Anyhow, where she has to jump from one hotel over to the other.
Okay.
So they do that, and then they find the cult's room, and she goes across and sees another lady or Alyssa sitting there, and she goes over, and then Alyssa being all creepy, look, I'm burning.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
And then, you know,
what I have next is darkness is coming, and they're running to the church.
oh yeah, then darkness is coming. So they run.
And the witch tries to stop them from going into the church.
Yeah, your faith condemns you.
So, okay.
And Anna's sitting here like,
Question.
Dink, dink.
The witch doesn't get
Done.
killed
No.
by the bad stuff, the monsters and whatnot.
Yeah. Because mother is God in the eyes of child. Which is a direct quote from this movie.
That's true. And then Anna doesn't make it. This was a cool scene.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, this was rad. I really like this.
So, funny story about this scene.
Okay.
First watching this in theaters, I'm with my grandma because she read the back of Silent Hill 2, and she's like, that sounds good. So she took my cousin and I to go see it in theaters. And this scene, when Pyramid Head lifts Anna in there, rips her clothes off, you really don't see any titty in this film.
You don't. You didn't, yeah.
Then he's all like, rips her skin off.
Yeah.
And if you pay attention,
throws it at the door of the church.
yeah, if you pay attention, Rose's clothes slowly go redder and redder throughout the film.
Yeah. It starts off as normal clothes, and then they turn grayer and grayer, kind of thing, and then redder and redder. Apparently, she had over 100 outfits.
Oh, I believe it because
for this movie.
So subtle. It's awesome.
Yeah, and they do that really well. The continuation.
Oh yeah, but so I'm watching this, and when this happens, my cousin stands up in the middle of the theater and starts going, yes, 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 at the top of his lungs. I'm laughing so hard at him that I fell out. My grandma's like, sit your ass down.
That's awesome.
It was hilarious. Shout out to my cousin Jeremy.
I meet that guy. That's funny. Yeah, I like that. And they go looking for Sharon again.
Yep.
With a few church folks.
Only the demon knows where she is. And then Rose drops her pendant, and Christabella goes to hand her the pendant, and it flips open, and it shows her daughter Sharon.
Yep.
And
calls her a witch.
Yeah. Witch, your daughter is the likeness of the demon Alessa, who's condemned us all.
And they try to stop them from going down the elevator.
Yep. But Sybil, being a badass.
I mean, the character, yes.
Yeah.
I just don't like her acting. It's very wooden. It's cardboardy.
Well, I think they might have changed this up because the Sybil in the video game is not as...
I'm not talking about the character. I'm talking about the actress.
I know,
her acting in this is not good.
Yeah, but they try to make the character like, I mean, I don't know if they tried to make like it to play to that character. Oh no, Sybil in the game is much more lighthearted.
Oh, okay.
And like a friend of until she gets possessed, a la Sybil, a la the book.
Sybil says, "Hey, good luck" or whatever. Go save your daughter.
Good luck.
Elevator drops and Sybil gets beat.
Oh yeah, because then she's holding a gun and then click, and then she just lets them whoop her ass.
Her gun was empty. Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually show it empty in the church.
Yeah, and
you can see how it's cocked back.
It's shown that there's no bullet in the
and that was prior
chamber.
To this happening. She knew it was empty.
Yeah, and she
pulled it out to stop them.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Because apparently idiots didn't realize that she didn't reload. Yeah.
Right. Well,
you do see her like literally just like you saw it, and it does show her like pull it down and pull the slide back.
Okay.
To like put it into position to look like it's been charged. Well, I mean, it was charged. There was just nothing in the chamber.
Rose ends up in a room of sexy nurses.
Sexy
That's what I'm
nurses. I mean, yeah, they are. They're
and it's a pretty cool
nurses.
scene.
Yeah.
All the monsters in this movie are dancers.
Uh-huh.
So they'd be able to do the weird kind of stuff.
The guy they got for the I'm just calling him the Trojan Man now.
Right.
Like, yeah, you should have seen his audition. He literally grabbed his like arms, twisted them up behind his back so to make it as flat as possible, and he had his he was walking on his ankles. His feet were turned
He's one of those
to
like quadruple jointed people.
Yeah, and was just kind of walking and like because they're pretty much just like, okay,
you're not going to talk, so
you're good. Walk is goof. It was something like walk is what's the word, like
creepily weird,
disturbingly, like
there you go. Yeah.
Visually uncomfortably as you can, and he did, and they were like, okay, sold.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like bending his arms on, like he was doing. He was a contortionist. Like, yeah, they nailed it because with this a lot of it was more
also with the nurses. they film the nurses and then reverse the footage, or they had them walk backwards, do everything backwards to make it weird.
Oh, that's why it's like
Yeah,
like all jerky,
right.
Which
It was something. It was either backwards or they reversed the footage and they did something backwards on that.
Yeah,
for the nurses,
which makes sense. And again, this scene was also another one where the effects were phenomenal, and the nurses
they weren't bad.
They were sexy.
Well, you got
phenomenal.
And they're slicing each other's throats because they think they're just swinging at her, and she's crawling through.
Like, oh crap, yeah. And then she gets through to the end, and boom, congratulations, Rose. Now let's reward you. And then this is where they explain
the white room.
Yeah,
a lot of light.
So
white light. Yeah.
They explain everything, and
the bad Sharon explains
Alyssa.
What happened in Silent Hill.
Yeah, the whole dark side of Alyssa. That's
right, and I don't want to go through all that.
Yeah. So that gets all explained. Fun fact in this room, I will say that the nurse that was in there, that had Lisa on her tag.
Yeah. The one in red.
Yeah, that had her face all sliced up, is actually Lisa Garland, who was a character in the game, who her face was not all sliced up like that.
Oh, okay.
Something else happened.
The kid ends up entering into Rose, like possessing her.
Because she can't get into the church, kind of like, you
know
how...
Now, they do, and this is where they show the red face nurse, the red outfit nurse face.
Yeah.
And it's cool. I actually have written out, okay, that's cool. The way they did her face and what they did to it, it's pretty cool looking. I like it.
That outfit, everything is, I mean, there was only, I think the hairstyle was slightly different, if I'm going to nitpick anything. But no, the outfit, and also, again, her face was not sliced up. But yeah, that is...
it was cool looking.
Oh, yeah, it was. But that is Lisa Garland from the games.
For the practical makeup, except for upcoming, and I'll tell you, so far it's been great. And with the girl, the Sharon, the bad Sharon, I liked it. The face makeup with the nurse and all that. Yeah, so far, not bad. But we have one bummer coming up.
Yeah, so she goes back to the church. Freaking Sybil gets... The way they murdered her was...
Yeah. They didn't just dip her into the fire. No. They kept her above it so the heat from the fire would bubble.
She got slow roasted alive.
Slow roasted, yeah. That was cool. I like the way they did that.
That acting, the way she acted on that one, that was pretty good because the way she starts, and then she starts twitching violently and then just slumps.
It's a good scene.
It's like she nailed that death. Yeah, she did. So
she just can't speak and act. I guess. She's a physical actor. Cool.
No offense to you, lady. At least I don't have any offense.
Yeah, this is my opinion.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion.
From it. Yeah, whatever.
We're all tied to our own opinion. First Amendment and all that. Anyhow.
Whatever.
So, did you just fart?
Give your balls a tug, you tit talker.
I'm kidding. Anyhow.
That's a throwback.
Yeah.
What episode was that? I don't even remember.
Give your balls a tug. Yeah. Godzilla.
Was it Godzilla? No, but Godzilla was a throwback to an even earlier episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember. They all kind of blend together. It's just... This is literally us hanging out, minus the camera.
Right. Like we're having fun.
Yeah,
I want to give a shout out to the guy who said we were boring and something else, but I can't remember what. Right on, dude. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Thanks. Hey, all the people that comment and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, okay. Again,
we know we're boring.
We're tied to everyone's tied to their own opinions. Fun. And you know what? Like, cheers to you.
Like I say in the description, we'd be doing this even if there wasn't a camera.
Exactly. So, we literally did do this even without the camera.
When we first started working together, remember the Fridays we just talk about movies all night?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. This was exactly it. If you wonder how we are outside, which I doubt they do, but if anyone
this is what we do.
Yeah, this is us.
Yeah. We just talk about movies that people won't be interesting. Yeah. I like bad movies.
Oh, yeah. That's fine. I got a funny story about that for you, by the way.
Okay. Well, okay, we're really getting sidetracked.
Yeah. So... Christabella stabs Rose.
Oh, yeah.
Rose brings in...
But Sharon is on a rose, too. Yeah. Or Sharon is on a ladder, also.
Oh, yeah. That's when...
Tied to a ladder.
Alessa... Oh, yeah. Sharon is. And then Rose, gets healed. And the darkness is now in the church. And an adult Alessa comes up and... Our words, Christabella, with a bunch of Barbed wire. I don't know if we're
Yeah.
allowed to say that word on YouTube, but at the same time,
What?
it might trigger some people. The R word.
Whatever. I don't care.
Sexually violates.
Oh, you're allowed to say rape.
Oh, okay. I don't know, because the other word, remember on Psycho that just stopped me before I almost said it? Like,
At that point, I wasn't sure, but yeah, you're allowed to say it.
okay.
So within this context, sure.
Okay. Yeah. But, yeah. Anywho. So, yeah. Blood everywhere. Meat chunks flying.
Okay, so we're talking about the
massacre,
cult leader.
guy gets stabbed in the neck.
We're talking about the cult leader right now, right?
Yeah, Christabella.
And she has her arms and legs razor wired, and she spread
And that, like, right up her hoo-ha.
right up
out
in
her
the
mouth.
vagina, dude.
Yeah.
They don't show it, but they imply it.
Heavily implied on her. It
Heavily
goes up her
implied.
skirt, and she goes, oh! And then it comes out her mouth and chest.
And she's still making noise. Nope. You cannot make noise when you have that many bar wires coming out of your throat. No way.
I mean, it wouldn't be that kind of noise. And is this the part we were talking about, the CGI of the barbed wire coming out of her?
No, it wasn't that bad.
Oh.
It was blurred because it was moving so fast,
Oh,
like flying out of her, and then she splits apart.
yeah.
Not bad, not great. It was average.
Oh, okay.
No, the part I have is the woman who's running the barbed wire
Mm-hmm. Oh.
on the not casket, but the table that comes out of the hole.
Hospital bed.
Right.
Yeah.
Her makeup.
Adult Alyssa.
I'm gonna put a screenshot. Her makeup is not good, especially around the eyes. You can see the line around the eyes.
It might have been an afterthought, like, hey, let's just include this, because that's also
It's not good.
that's also technically an original character, or okay, correction, an original creature design for the movie, but that is adult Alyssa, and Alyssa in the games never looked like that.
Okay, I'm talking about the movie.
I know, but
The effects of it's not good. Her makeup effects are not good at all.
I'm still a fan. I don't care.
No, you be that fan. I want you to be a fan. I'm just going
We'll
at
die
it
on
from a movie technical standpoint.
Yeah, I'll die on the Silent
That's
Hill
all.
hill.
That's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
The games are great. I like the games.
Oh, games are fantastic. Thank God they're coming back.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that
Literally
happened.
shredded. Church people are getting grabbed. Rose saves Sharon.
Huddle up in a corner.
Yep. And then they run to the car.
Yep.
It starts because previously it didn't.
Yep.
And they drive off. And she calls her husband, Sean Bean. I don't know, Christopher, I think.
Yes.
And he hears static.
Yep.
Like the phone rings. He hears the phone ring.
Yeah. Hello.
And it goes straight to voicemail. And he goes and picks up. Like, hey, hey. And he hears static, but she's talking normal. She doesn't hear a thing. They get home. Sean Bean is home.
Asleep on the couch.
Asleep on the couch.
And the
and
doors open. And
They don't see them. They don't see Sean Bean. They
Rose
walk
is,
in.
like sitting on the couch across from where Sean Bean's sleeping, just
And they
staring.
show it, and he's not there.
Yeah.
He goes to the front door because he smells her perfume or whatever.
Again.
And
Yeah.
he sees the front doors open.
They can like sense each other's presence. Yeah.
And he closes the door, and that's the end of the movie.
Down, down, down. And the ending song is "You're Not Here," which was heavily featured in Silent Hill 3, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and this is the part where it implied that the Alyssa / Sharon is now whole.
Got it. Okay. Well, I mean, explain to me. So, are they in like purgatory or something?
No, it's
An alternate dimension.
essentially, yeah. It's
And is the
kind of-
goal for her to get back? Because at the end, she doesn't realize she's not there.
Yeah.
Or maybe she does and just doesn't care because she
Yeah.
has her daughter. And
she's reunited now, and she somehow manages to send. I mean, in the sequel, she manages to send Sharon / Alyssa / Heather in the sequel and in Silent Hill 3 back to the other
I
side.
don't
And
think I played 3. I think
Oh,
I only went and made it to 2.
3
back in the
was
day, at
a
least.
direct sequel to 1.
Okay.
2 or 4 has roots to Silent Hill 2. They are all technically all connected to an extent. But
Okay.
so the reason why is because think of it like it's the same world, but there's like a different subtle layer, kind of like astral projection
Okay.
is the best, is in the most, without going into too much detail so we don't go too like
Right,
over
yeah.
time, to put it in the most simplest terms as possible. Yeah, it's a reality that exists parallel to our
That sounds
current
very
reality
similar of an Eerie episode.
that we're about to that we'll be reviewing here soon.
Yeah, it'll be coming out in a week or two. So if you're interested in Eerie, check that out. That's our other series we got going. So what'd you think of this movie? Okay, give me a number. I'm curious to see what a monster fan of Silent Hill, what's your number?
Number. So, having played and beaten the first game multiple times, going in, watching this with memories associated with this and everything, honestly, if I'm going to be critical, my critical number on it would be like 8.5. No, 8.25.
Okay.
Couple points for, the CGI, I will admit, did not necessarily hold up. Taking a few of the liberties. Some of the liberties were good. Some of them I'm a little meh on.
Okay.
I mean, it was. I still enjoy it to this day. I'd still watch it.
Okay.
I'm still planning on seeing the sequel, Return to Silent Hill, and I mean, I will definitely be. Yeah, probably going on a huge, massive Silent Hill bender in a couple months.
Yep. All right.
So if I go missing, mom, dad, fans, if
So
we
you
have
give it an
any,
8.5.
yeah, I'd say 8.5.
Okay. All right. So, in a scale of 0 to 10, 0 is the worst movie I've ever seen, not in a fun way. 5 is average. 10 is the best movie I've ever seen. I've never given it a 10. I probably never will. I give it a 5.5.
Honestly, yeah, okay,
It's
that.
average, but I like some of the kills. It's an average horror movie to me.
And that's actually been the general consensus from my understanding of people that aren't Silent Hill fans. that
Right.
don't
I mean,
know it,
I like the games. I'm just not, oh man, I gotta,
Yeah.
I'm just not a huge fan.
Yeah, well, I
I
mean,
don't
like,
go out of my way for it.
Bloody Disgusting gave it that score, and the person opened up with, like, look, I'm not a fan of Silent Hill. I don't know anything about it and everything. It's an
Right.
average horror film.
Yeah, that's what it is to me.
So, like,
I mean,
and
the
but you're-
CGI and all that, and
Yeah, so I get that. I mean, so it's not like,
it's not bad, but I probably won't watch it again.
no,
I'm not going to sit down and press play to watch it again.
Well, I mean, I still want to go out and.
I know you will. You'll probably watch all of them up to like what? There's part 4 or something.
Films? No,
Yeah.
there's the third one is yeah.
Oh, there's 3.
There's about to be 3.
Oh, they only made 2. I thought they did like offshoots, like straight to video kind of thing, streaming and.
No,
No, they didn't do any of that?
I mean,
No.
sort of. Silent Hill Ascension is now available to stream on like Tubi. That I think they finished that series, but it was a community
series?
Yeah, it was a community-based choose-your-own horror adventure where the community voted on events,
Interesting.
and yeah, a lot of the fans weren't too happy with it because they started accusing the company of
Rigging. Kind of thing.
using AI to make the story, of writing the script.
This is recent.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It just barely concluded. I have the app on my
Interesting.
phone. Like,
Oh,
I
I'm sure
was
you do.
watching it regularly, but then,
Okay.
unfortunately, like, it's not that it was bad, but as a fan of Silent Hill, waiting for it and all that, like, I wanted more. I wanted a game. I didn't want that. That's all I'll say about it. Like,
Now, I want to see, did you make it to the end of this video? If you did, and you're a fan of Silent Hill, what town is this movie based on? Let me know in the comments, because I'm genuinely curious if anyone actually makes it to the end of these movies or in episodes. So let me know.
Yeah.
Everyone knows the town of that Silent Hill is based on. So I'm curious. If you made it this far, let me know.
And anyone that does make it in the comments, heck, we'll give you a shout out in the next video.
Yeah, I give it to the guy who hates us. So,
Right?
oh yeah.
Yeah, and a shout out to the person that was that mentioned The Uninvited. We should definitely check that movie out.
I think we're going to actually, yeah. Thank you for giving us that suggestion of The Uninvited. It's one of those movies that slips your mind kind of thing.
Oh, yeah,
but it's a good movie.
It is.
And you got the Korean lore and everything. So we're not doing what next week. I don't know what we're doing. So maybe we will do that.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll do something else. I don't know.
Stay tuned.
Come back next time.
Yeah, and as always, stay demented.